Yo, what's up, guys? I'm assuming this is probably gonna be my longest video. This is my offensive game plan, my offensive scheme using the Georgia playbook. And a lot of these concepts are universal and you can find in every playbook, but this formation cluster really is a very good offense right here that you won't find in many playbooks. So keep that in mind. For the most part, I basically run my defense out of empty Y flex, right? A little bit of bunch Y flex. I don't really run it that much anymore, but it is a viable formation. Maybe I'll show you guys a few plays, a few like one play touchdowns or something. This cluster halfback strong right here is going to be my bread and butter if I'm playing a good player. Bunch is also pretty good, but this is more something I would use in the red zone. Right here, we have this trips tight end offset week, which we're going to have a couple of route concepts. We're going to have a couple of route combinations that we can use pretty well in here, some little mini schemes. And, you know, I might even show you guys a couple things out of these spread formations, because these are pretty good too, even though they're not really set up that well. Mainly out of this spread Y flex, I kind of like this a lot better. This spread Y flex is more of like a simulation type of scheme, but we're going to go ahead and start off with this empty Y flex. And for the most part, we're going to be running inside cross, Y post wheel, and verticals, and maybe a little bit of stick and nod here and there. Stick and nod's a pretty good play. But we're gonna start off with this Y post wheel. We're gonna come out and cover 3 match, right? You don't even have to make any changes to this play, but you can smart route this curl route down a little bit so he can sit in between the zones. This is against cover 3 match. You're just gonna have this wheel route almost every time, unless they have like a star cornerback or 99 speed back there. But we're gonna look at that for like a cover 3 match, this Y post wheel. And it's not a match coverage. We're gonna still look at this wheel route. If that guy doesn't follow the wheel route and he goes back in a zone, we're just gonna hit square. It's pretty simple. And let's say they find a way to like shade underneath or overneath and it guards this curl route. We're gonna have either X or R1 to combat the user. Make the user like choose a poison. Like just conflict the user, put the user in conflict. So that's Y post will for the most part. Nothing crazy, nothing special. I will also run Y post will against cover 4 quarters and cover 4 palms. And if it is cover 4 quarters, we're gonna put X on a streak. We're gonna put R1 on a wheel. And X is gonna get wide open on cover 4 quarters. Just like that. And that happens every time. It usually looks better than that. I'll show you. Just run it again. Put X on a streak, R1 on a wheel. That's the only setups you have to do. Look at that, just wide open. Carson Beck sells the bag per usual. But that's cover 4 quarters. I'm going to show you guys cover 4 palms. Now we're going to put X on a wheel, R1 on a streak. And the same thing is going to happen as last play, except it's way more open. And you have a faster guy out there. I'm going to show you again, R1 on a streak, X on a wheel. Remember this, okay? Wide ass open, man. Y post wheel, empty Y flex. You can run this concept out of any 5 wide. Almost every playbook has a 5 wide, if not every single one. Some sort of 5 wide. Okay. And let's say they are running the blitz. This is not the optimal formation you want to be in running against the blitz. But if you're using Georgia and road to the playoffs, right? Mr. Delp, the tight end, has cutter. He has the ability called cutter. So what I would do right here is I put him on a slant, put the outside guy on a fade, and put triangle on a zig. And one of these guys are going to get open. Let's do it again. Fade on squares, zig on triangle, X on a slant. Let's throw the zig this time. I get sacked before I throw it, but that'll work. So let's go fade, zig, slant. It works. It gets you yards. You move the chains. All right, so that's why post will. When we're coming out an inside cross, this is a pretty safe play to run against almost any defense. Any defense, cover three, we're going to have either triangle, or we're either going to have triangle, X, or R1. So as soon as the play starts, you're going to have these drags open. Come on, Carson Beck. These are easy yards to pick up, and usually the linebacker, they'll use their linebacker and come down, and this R1 will come open. And that's also that comes in really clutch. That R1 route usually gets open right above the user. That will really save you guys if you run this play sometimes, because sometimes they'll have those drags boxed, right? But for the most part, that's pretty much what we're going to do. Inside cross, this is just it's an easy play. You can run it against any defense in the game. It doesn't matter what they come out in. Just read those three guys, the drags and the deep dig. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't have to show you against every defense. But that's a really decent play that you can run. And also out of here, we're going to run vertical. We're going to run verticals against like a Tampa 2 or a cover 3. If we see any cover 4 or match defense, cover 4 or cover 4 palms, we're going to switch to that white post wheel, and we're going to look to beat them. We're going to look to destroy the match coverage, but for the most part, you're going to want to run this against cover 2 and cover 3. And if it's cover 2, what I would like to do is I put him on a streak, X on a streak, R1 on a drag. I mean, if that wasn't Barrett Carter back there, that might be a touchdown. But for the most part, this verticals play is something we're going to use against a cover 3 shell. It can work against cover 2, though. I promise you it can. Touchdown. See, all I did was put triangle on a streak, and R1 got wide open in the seam. Touchdown, man. I bet you circle gets open here, too. If it wasn't for the star cornerback, that's a touchdown. You can high pass it. Touchdown. So it does work against cover 2. But I want to show you guys what I would do against a cover 3. Let's come back out in verticals. Not a cover 3 match, but a cover 3, right? If they run a cover 3 match, then it's not going to work, right? But what I would do if I knew it was a cover 3 sky, put triangle on a streak, put R1 on a streak, and we're either gonna pass lead inside the triangle or R1. So right here, it looks like we have triangle open. Just put those two guys on streaks, and they'll get open right down the seams. There, it looks like triangle's doing a much better job, but let's say if we were on this left hash, if we're on this left hash, then R1's going to get open. At least I think he is. Whoa, man. He's got zero running really deep back. We're just gonna put X on the curl. And still gets open. We still got triangle. Triangle is still the guy to throw to, but you know, just throw the triangle if you have to. I'm trying to get R1 open, but you could just throw to this guy right here. Or you could throw to that crossing route that's being ran by Mr. Delt, by my X receiver here. He'll get open against cover 3 every single time as well. So, yeah, guys, that's verticals for you. There's nothing really to it. Now, other things we could do with this verticals play is, let's see what we could do here, right? We'll just come out in a random defense. Yeah, random over, right? This looks like a blitz or maybe a double bracket. Some cool little route combinations you can do. We're gonna just put, we want our 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. We're gonna put him on a corner route. And then, you know, we're going to put this guy on a, we're going to put him on a drag, you know. So, you know, here we get R1 open. We're just running random defenses. So right here is a cover 3 shell. We're just going to do a drag and a corner route, you know. We're going to get X right there. This looks like a blitz. So we're just going to run drag in the corner. Damn, they're boxing me low-key. They're boxing me low-key. This looks like a match coverage. So we're just going to put X on the streak, R1 on a wheel, circle on an in route. It wasn't match coverage, so we just throw the in route. This looks like a match coverage again. Or either, I think it's a cover 3 cloud, honestly. But we're going to run the match coverage beating defense again, or offense again. We're just going to hit circle out the break. So this looks like a blitz. We're going to put R1 on the corner route, triangle on the drag. We're going to wait for R1 to break out. Look at that absolute dot. You always want to throw corner routes to the wide side of the field. This is match coverage 100%. We're going to put X on a wheel, R1 on a streak, circle on an in. You know, so that's pretty much the 5 wide defense, you know. These are pretty much all the setups you really need. This is cover 2. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run this stock. You know, we're either going to hit R1 or circle. If we high pass that, that's a touchdown. Put R1 on the corner, put a triangle on a drag. We're either going to hit X or R1. That was a man coverage. We should have hit the drag right there. So it's just all about making reads. Let's go ahead and get out of 5 wide. I feel like I've been here for like 20 minutes. We're going to go ahead and hit up this cluster right here. For the audibles, these are the audibles you want. You want mesh, big base verticals, and post dig. You know, there's some route combinations we're going to run out of here. I'm going to show you guys verticals first. It doesn't really matter what defense they come out in, to be honest. But there is a couple things. Actually, no, there's a couple things you want to set up here. You want your takeoff receiver to be on this outside. So my takeoff receiver is number 11. We're going to put him on the outside right here. We're going to put Levet right there. So these are the audibles, mesh, verticals, and post dig. We're just going to come out and, yeah, we're going to come out in verticals almost every time here. And honestly, we're going to come out in like a random defense right here. This is a match blitz right here. Like, I'm almost positive this is match blitz. So we should have square over the top for a touchdown. Match blitz. If it's match coverage, you should have this guy over the top, especially if it's cover 3 blitz. Now this, you don't really know what this defense is, but I'll show you guys some route combinations. What we're going to do first is we're going to put X on a drag, put triangle on a streak. We're going to read X into triangle, into R1. We should have hit X, but that's fine. So once again, or no, drag, streak, put the running back on the streak, hit the drag, right? Let's show off another route concept that we can do. We're gonna come out in this. We're gonna switch up the post dig. Right here, this post right here is gonna get open against cover 3. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna put X on the drag and R1 on a streak. Almost every play you're gonna have X or circle open unless they user it, but you're gonna have this post route out the middle. Right there, it wasn't like a good coverage to run that against, but he'll get like right in between the seams right there. Post. Oh, whoa. Look, so we got drag, zig, streak, post. This is a really good concept. And that post will get open if you're on the left hash with the left receiver. You want a single receiver to be on the short side of the field. All right. So we got drag and zig. This is really good. We had to drag first things first, but I was trying to hit the zig, so it's whatever. We have square right here. I already knew we had square because they brought a guy down, and it's a zone blitz. This right here looks like maybe a cover 4 or something. So another route concept that we can use is we just throw this guy on a drag, and we read X and R1. We have R1. So you're always just going to have some things out of this play. Another route concept that we can use is we can throw square on a deep cross. We can throw X on a streak. We put R1 on a flat and circle on a zig. We're going to have square here. Ah, man. No, we're not. But yeah, guys, there's all types of things I like to do, but my bread and butter is mainly put this drag right here, put this streak right here. Right? This is really the first route concept you're going to really be using a lot. Whoa. So that drag and then that streak is what you're going to read for the most part. And then you're going to have this post zig play, post dig, where we just put X on the drag, R1 on the streak. And then we're either going to hit this post, the drag, or the zig. I would say we had a zig, but they kind of double bracketed it right there. But on this short side of the field, trust me, this post is money. This drag is money. This zig is money. Don't worry, guys. This will work really good in game. So, once again, these are the two main route concepts you guys want to run. Drag, zig, post, and then you want to drag in a streak with the verticals. And then you're always going to have takeoff right here on square. He can get open really good. If I could throw that better, that would be a catch. That would be a completion. Right here, if you get a look like this, you're pretty much always going to have square. Back at the end zone, touchdown. Let's go. Like, yeah, that's pretty much like the route concepts. Oh, no, there's one more. Right, we're going to put circle on a corner route, throw it to the wide side of the field, put X on the drag. Circle got open there. No lie, circle got open there. I just got to throw it earlier. We got square right here, but look at that. That's also a pretty good route concept that you guys can run. Drag, streak, corner. X on the drag, R1 on a streak, circle on a corner. I don't know why he ran that corner route so deep. But yeah, guys, you lead that pass a certain way, and that's easy. Smart route him down. That's match coverage, but we're all good. Yep. So those are pretty much the route concepts I want to show you guys. Out of cluster, you can also run the ball. Now we're going into trips tight end offset week right here. One thing we're going to want to do, mainly out of this formation, the plays don't really look that appealing, is this RPO read bubble. This is really good in short yardage situations, or like if you just want to start the game off. And you can throw this almost all day until they card it themselves or man it up. And you also want to run it to the wide side of the field. Every time. Look at that. You run it to the wide side of the field. That's a really good concept right there. Now I'm going to be honest right here. What we really want to do is come out in this verticals. Doesn't really matter which defense. I'm just going to show you guys some route combos. Triangle, triangle. We're going to put him on a corner. We're going to put X on a streak. And we're going to put R1 on a Texas, right? We got square. This is a very good route combination for the wide side of the field. We're just going to put X on a streak, triangle on a corner, R1 on a Texas, corner, post, whatever you want to put them on. Put them on a. You could put them on a streak as well. They'll still probably get open. Look at that. Really good route combo right here. It's absolutely money. X on a streak, triangle on a corner, R1 on a streak. Just an absolutely freaking amazing route combination here. Just wait a second for him to get over the top of that linebacker. You got the corner route too. And there's all types of things you could do right here. You could do double drags. You can put the slot receiver on a deep end. Block this running back. Got like a fancy inside cross. Just to combat the user. Put the user in conflict. So triangle, corner, streak on the X, R1 on the streak. Just an absolute dot, and these things will get open all the time. So that's a pretty good route combination for trips tight end that you want to run. You also got the RPO, and for the most part, that's pretty much it for the trips tight end. I'm not a big trips guy, at least this year I'm not. And you can also have a nasty run, run scheme using this stretch. You just go left, and then you just go right. Look, so right there, I just got to be nasty. I got to cut it back. Just get my 5 yards of pop every time. Look at that. Running to the left this time. You always want to cut it back inside against the CPU. They do really good at containing, setting the edge. But yeah, guys, you can just run that stretch over and over and be, toxic. For passing plays here, you don't really have much to work with. But you can create some stuff right here. Like you can come out in this little bench play and, make it really simple. Drag, streak, post. So simple, you know, just a quick little play right here. So simple, man. You got those drags you can read, you know. You can go drag, drag, streak, post, and then put the running back on a wheel. So, yeah, there's all types of things you guys can do, man. But that would be like the main route combination I would do out of deuce close, just to catch them every now and then. You can also run this streak corner. Just nasty, man. Those corner routes to the wide side of the field, just nasty. You know, I guess that is pretty much it, man. Or, you know, there's one more thing. Maybe I can show y'all. This bunch wide flex 83 halfback choice is you can get a little one play touchdown against cover 3. Just simple shit, you know. All you got to do is put X on the streak. Navigate the pocket. Whoa, get down, get down, get down. We're going to come over to this side of the field. That way we can really bring down that outside third. All you got to do is put X on the streak. You're going to have R1. No, man. Come on, man. You can also smart route this guy down once. I would probably do that most of the time. Because look, it just develops a lot faster when you smart route them. So smart route them down once, press X. You want to step up in the pocket and throw a touchdown, man. There we go. Finally, man. Yeah, you can run that type of stuff out of bunch wide flex. And honestly, I'm sure there's like a bunch wide flex like scheme or whatever. It is a very good passing formation. Just so many things can get open here with those wide bunch set out guys. But for the most part, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one.